In 5, 4, 3. Hey Vikings, welcome back to VNN. We're here to bring you the news you need to know, want to know, and should know to get you through next week. Please stick around after the announcements for some special content. Thank you.
Are you in need of a PHS counselor? The counseling staff is available for any academic questions, social or emotional concerns, or help connecting with community resources. To reach a counselor, contact them by voicemail, email, or through Schoology. Counselors will respond within 2 business days. When contacting a counselor, please indicate how you prefer to be contacted, whether by Zoom, phone call, email, or Schoology. Call this number, then press 2.
As you may have heard last week, OSPI released COVID-19 grading guidelines for schools. A key idea of these guidelines was do no harm, meaning no student's grade would be negatively impacted by the closure of schools. As soon as these guidelines were released, teachers, principals, and district leaders began working to define and articulate the grading policy for the Puyallup School District.
A few of the highlights of the new grading guidelines as they apply to your grades are as follows. All students will receive a grade for each of their classes. The grade that the student had on March 13th will serve as their baseline. Their final semester grade cannot be lower than that. From this point forward, student work will be assessed and recorded as normal in the gradebook. At the end of the semester, teachers will compare the students' grades in the gradebook with their grade from March 13th, and the higher of the two will be given as the final semester grade. If the student completes a work at a level that shows advancing skill and knowledge, the final course grade may be higher than their March 13th grade. No failing grades will be given. If a student had an F at the time of the closure and has not provided a body of evidence that can be used to measure learning and understanding of essential course content, they will be given an incomplete. Students with an incomplete will be required to complete essential course content through summer school or other teacher-designed learning opportunities.
Do you need to make an appointment for an AP test or any other item? The bookkeeper is working remotely from home, but is still able to take payments over the phone. If you need to pay AP test fees or reconcile other fees for your student account, please email the bookkeeper, Heather Clary, at the email address below. She will get in touch with you to take your payment over the phone.
Seniors, where are you going next year? What are your plans after high school? Make sure you fill out the senior survey for both Decision Day as well as the Senior Times edition for the Viking Vanguard. Please check out the link below or head to your English Teacher's Schoology page for the update.
Keep your eye out on Instagram or Twitter for the PHS Athletic Department's daily senior spotlight. Each day, 2 senior athletes will be highlighted.
Students enrolled in AP classes are still expected to take AP exams they have signed up for. School counselors will work with students who have financial need. If the test fee causes hardship for your family, please contact your counselor. AP exams are 2 weeks away. Any student who is currently enrolled in an AP class needs to check their personal emails for information from College Board. Don't wait until the day of your AP test to log into AP Classroom to make sure you can take your exams. You should receive your testing ticket from College Board 2 days before each test. Make sure you know how and where to find it.
Hey Vikes, can you believe it's already the beginning of May? You know, they say that April showers bring May flowers, but I don't think Mother Nature can read a calendar because according to the weather report from the National Weather Service, the rain's not going to leave our forecast for the next couple of days. I know you've been hard at work in your courses on Schoology, but you're probably wondering if you can venture out into the outdoors to do some socially safe distancing activities. Well, let's see what the weather forecast is looking like for the next couple of days as well as early into next week.
Friday, today, there's a chance of rain with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 48. Saturday, rain is likely with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 43 degrees. Sunday, rain turns to showers later in the day with a high of 58 degrees and a low of 42. Monday, there's a chance of rain, high of 62 and a low of 43. Tuesday, there's a chance of rain, high of 64 degrees and a low of 43 degrees. And finally, Wednesday is supposed to be the nicest day out of all of them, with a high close to 70 degrees. Take care, Vikes, and stay safe. This has been Mrs. Coyer with Viking Student Media.
According to choir teacher Jason Brinker, the Northlanders have been hard at work at the end of April, and in an attempt to lift your spirits, practice the John Lennon classic, You Can't Do That. Let's take a listen.
Someone to say that because you pain. If I catch you talking to the boy again, I'm gonna let you down. I'll leave you flat. Because I told you before, no, you can't do that.
No word on whether these practice sessions will continue, but they definitely showcase what makes Northlanders the top choir at PHS. Thank you to Mr. Brinker for sharing the video. This has been Mrs. Coyer with Viking Student Media.
I told you before, no, you can't do that. Everybody's me, 'cause I'm the one that won your love. But if they see you talking that way, they laugh in my face.
Today, the 1st of May, teachers at Carson Elementary School in South Hill gathered together to do something very special for their students. Even though families are confined to their homes, it doesn't mean we still can't feel a little bit of community. When the teachers got together, donned their cars with decorations, and paraded through the streets of South Hill, all the students at Carson Elementary School, go Coyotes, felt a little bit of camaraderie.
All of the Carson teachers, they decorated their cars and then drove around. Wow. And like some of them had like pool floats or blow up animals, and some of them just like used window chalk and just painted.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so at the very, very end, the very last car was a police car. And like the car in front of that was like blowing bubbles, and like everybody just went and like stood outside from Carson, because I think the teachers probably emailed the parents, so they just stood outside like blowing bubbles or made posters. And so yeah, it was really cool. There was like at least 20 or 30 cars.
I talked to 2 young students from Carson Elementary School to ask them what it meant to them to see their teachers today.
Me super happy. Me too. There are a lot of teachers, and they're all really great teachers.
Staff at Carson Elementary School took special effort today to make sure their students still felt loved, appreciated, and acknowledged. This has been Katie Rose Obbeglin, Carson Coyote alumnus and reporter from Viking Student Media. Stay safe, everyone.